You know, there are, I do believe, 10 really blatant cliches in this movie, but I don't have a lot of time today, so we're just going to go through 5 of them. Okay, I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, but the very first is where the title comes from. Unspoken. The unspoken. Meaning there's a kid who Jodelle Ferland babysits that doesn't talk since his father died. You know, this is so common in horror movies. So common that it's not even really a trope or a staple anymore. So much as it's like some annoying thing, like painful tampon. I don't know how to describe this. It's just not necessary. And in this film, they don't even really throw out the reason. They throw out a reason why he's unspoken. But it is also like a painful tampon. That's how I describe this movie. If it were anything more exciting, it would be like painful tampon. But no, it's not really all that painful to watch. It's not really like all that interesting either. I can't recall a single character's name, and I don't even care to, because I don't want to watch it again because I just woke up from a nap. Cliche number 1, kid does not speak. Kid doesn't speak. We see this all the time in horror movies. There's a young kid who doesn't speak, who is kind of creepy. Weird stuff happens around him. He's got a nice, kind, caring babysitter played by Jodelle Ferland, and that's 2 cliches in one. There's the nice, sweet girl whose mother is dead by suicide and whose father just doesn't quite get girly stuff. Probably gets her the painful tampons. Clueless dad, awkward, ugly girl that wears secondhand clothes and needs this job. She needs to go out to the creepy house. There's cliche number 3, in which the last owners either died or just straight up disappeared. And the movie starts out sort of interesting enough, but not really enough to capture your interest. You watch this cross turn upside down, and then that's it. And then the cop disappears. And these people just happened to move right into this creepy freaking house. And the mom is always gone, and she's always needing a babysitter, because who knows what this guy is going to get up to. Here's cliche number 4. Some rednecks have some stuff in that house, which is actually kind of smart, putting all their cocaine, meth, marijuana, or whatever drug, or, you know, illegal aliens, child porn, but whatever it is, these stupid illiterate inbreds threw into the basement of this house. I think it's cocaine. And yeah, that would be the good place to hide your illegals. Illegal stuff, whatever. I'm sorry. It's the rednecks in this movie. That was the only satisfying thing about the film, was watching all the rednecks die. And then it just is a wad of cliches. A big, fat wad of them. It goes beyond the kid that doesn't speak, the daughter, the girl with the dad that doesn't know, that's missing her mom, the rednecks hiding stuff, the creepy house, the mom always being gone, the weird shit happening around the kid. It goes beyond that to the point where you don't even cringe or go, ugh, when the rednecks die. Well, the first person to die in this horror movie is choked to death by an unseen force, and then she's taken into the basement. And then they eventually just all die. There's an ending you called because mom is never around. Never, ever around. to watch the kid. Every time she's gone, the kid and Miss Jodelle Furland are there alone. Weird shit happens, and yeah, at first he's just protecting the kid, and then at the end, of course, there's the big long speech on why they are the way they are, and who they are, and what they've become, and blah 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 blah. Basically, these kids are of the devil, no surprise there, and they're young, don't mature as fast because something about being in human bodies, so he won't talk as quick. He can, take himself to the bathroom and all of that other jazz, and he's eating solid food. And whatever it is that has to do with babies, probably almost at puberty, but he won't be able to talk for a while because demons can't talk till, I guess their human body's 30. I don't know. It was never really explained. And she's being offered a chance to go with the demonic people or end up like her mom, who had some stake in it, and she chooses to stay with her dad, and it looks really bad because they poof and disappear, and she's left there with a shit ton of redneck bodies all over the place. And there was already some issue in which, instead of Jodelle Furland stopping, dropping her bike, throwing it out into the road so maybe it pops the redneck tires, and running off into the woods, just one of those things where she was lucky a cop showed up. And these rednecks, other than have not, typical shit, somebody who's really churchy is doing illegal shit. I give it a 1 out of 5 stars. And I don't even know why I'm awarding it its little participation star, because I almost want to just give it 0 stars, because it's not cringy enough to be bad, and it's not quite boring enough to, put me in a coma. You could start this movie today, like I did. You could do it like I did, okay? Start this movie on a Monday. Turn it off when you see the dead dog scene, because you're just hashtag not about that life right now. Then go back to it on Wednesday, because why the hell not? You're not going to do anything else with your life. And pick up right where you left off and miss nothing. This movie is so trying very hard to have its complex multi-story thing with the past residents of the house, Jodelle's complicated life, the rednecks, and this new company. The plot twist, the little thing at the back, is enough that it didn't get any more stars, like it was not going to anyway. But this was the nail in the coffin. Her and her son get together and start driving, and where do they go? Amityville, yeah.